Want to ace the 2023 North Carolina DMV Written Test? Well, this practice test is just for you. With its 60 practice questions and explained answers, you'll get that driver's license or learner's permit in no time. But before we get started, make sure to give the like button a little honk for more content here at DMV Geek. Now, let's shift into first gear with the first question.
Question 1. If you are convicted of running a red light, how many points will be added to your driving record? A. 4 points. B. 3 points. C. 1 point. D. 2 points. The answer is B. If you are convicted of certain motor vehicle violations in North Carolina, driver license points will be added to your driving record. The number of points for a violation ranges from 1 to 5. If you are convicted of running a red light, 3 points will be added. If too many points are added to your driving record, you may face penalties. Question 2. Under North Carolina law, which occupants of a vehicle must wear seatbelts or suitable child restraints? A. The driver and rear seat passengers. B. The driver and all passengers. C. The driver and front seat passengers. D. The driver and passengers under 16. The answer is B. North Carolina's seatbelt law requires the driver and all passengers in a motor vehicle manufactured with seatbelts to wear a seatbelt or suitable child restraint whenever the vehicle is in forward motion. Question 3. You are driving on a road where the speed limit is 35 miles per hour. If you want to make a turn, you must start signaling at least how many feet before you turn? A. 75 feet. B. 100 feet. C. 20 feet. D. 10 feet. The answer is B. Under North Carolina law, where the speed limit is under 45 miles per hour, you must start to signal at least 100 feet before you turn. Where the speed limit is 45 miles per hour or higher, you must start to signal at least 200 feet before you turn. Question 4. In North Carolina, you must use your headlights from sunset to sunrise and whenever visibility is A. 500 feet or less, B. 700 feet or less, C. 1,000 feet or less, D. 400 feet or less. The answer is D. Under North Carolina law, you must use your headlights from sunset to sunrise and whenever visibility is 400 feet or less. Question 5. Which of the following statements is true in North Carolina? A. The maximum speed limit in cities and towns is 50 miles per hour. B. The maximum speed limit in cities and towns is 35 miles per hour except where otherwise posted. C. The maximum speed limit in cities and towns is 45 miles per hour. D. The maximum speed limit in cities and towns is 25 miles per hour except where otherwise posted. The answer is B. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit is 35 miles per hour in cities and towns. Special speed limits may be posted in certain areas. Question 6. Under normal driving conditions, what rule should you use to maintain a safe following distance behind the vehicle in front of you? A. The 3-second rule. B. The 2-second rule. C. The 1-second rule. D. The 4-second rule. The answer is B. The North Carolina Driver's Handbook recommends that you use the 2-second rule to maintain a safe following distance behind the vehicle in front of you. Other authorities recommend a 3-second rule. Under poor or hazardous driving conditions, you should increase your following distance even more. Question number 7. In North Carolina, you must dim your headlights whenever you are within what distance of an oncoming vehicle? A. 1,000 feet. B. 200 feet. C. 500 feet. D. 400 feet. The answer is C. High-beam headlights can blind a driver. Under North Carolina law, you must dim your headlights whenever you are within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Question 8. What does alcohol do to your driving skills and judgment? A. It helps driving skills but harms your judgment. B. It harms both driving skills and judgment. C. It has no effect on either driving skills or judgment. D. It has no effect on judgment, but it harms driving skills. The answer is B. Alcohol blunts alertness, reduces motor coordination, alters depth perception and judgment, and can cause blurred vision. Question 9. You want to make a right turn at the corner. A pedestrian with a guide dog is at the corner ready to cross the street in front of you. Before making your right turn, you should A. Turn off your engine until the person crosses the street. B. Tell the pedestrian when to cross the street. C. Wait until the person crosses the street. D. Honk the horn to warn the pedestrian of your presence. The answer is C. Pedestrians using guide dogs or white canes, with or without a red tip, must be given the right of way at all times. Question 10. Look carefully for motorcycles before you change lanes because A. It is illegal for motorcycles to share traffic lanes. B. Their smaller size makes them harder to see. C. They always have the right of way at intersections. D. They always have the right of way on the highway. The answer is B. You should check carefully for motorcycles when changing lanes because their small size makes it easy for them to disappear into your blind spots. Question 11. If you are a minor and your cell phone rings while you are driving, you should A. Answer it if you have a hands-free device. B. Let the call go to voicemail. C. Answer the call if it's from your parents. D. Text the caller that you are driving and you will return the call later. The answer is B. For minors, it is illegal to use any cell phone while driving, except in an emergency. Even if you do have a hands-free device, it is recommended that you let calls go to voicemail while driving in order to avoid distractions. Question 12. Which statement about speed is true? A. Driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. B. Speeding can kill. C. Speeding is not dangerous if you are a skilled driver. D. Both driving slowly on certain highways can be dangerous and speeding can kill. The answer is D. As speed increases, the chance of a fatality increases. If you are moving faster than 80 miles per hour, you almost have no chance of living through a crash. Driving more slowly than other traffic can also be dangerous because other motorists may become impatient and make dangerous moves to pass you. Question 13. If you are going to turn left onto a one-way street, you should complete the turn into A. The right lane. B. The lane closest to your previous lane. C. Either lane. D. Neither lane. The answer is B. You should always turn from the lane that is closest to the direction you want to go. Turn into the lane closest to your previous lane. Question 14. Which of the following statements is true? A. It is okay for drivers of other vehicles to follow motorcycles closely. B. A motorcycle with 2 people on it is more balanced than a motorcycle with just 1 rider. C. The driver of a passenger vehicle must change lanes completely when passing a motorcycle. D. Drivers of other vehicles can expect a motorcycle's brake lights to turn on when the motorcyclist slows down. The answer is C. Motorcycles are entitled to the width of a full lane. Be sure your vehicle is entirely in the left lane before attempting to pass a motorcycle on the left. Question 15. Conviction of which of the following carries the highest number of points? A. Driving recklessly. B. Driving on the wrong side of the road. C. Illegal passing. D. Passing a stopped school bus unloading children. The answer is D. Passing a stopped school bus unloading children carries the highest penalty of 5 points. Question 16. A leaking exhaust system can A. Cause excessive oil use. B. Require your vehicle to have a tune-up sooner than normal. C. Make you drowsy while driving. D. Set grass fires on country roads. The answer is C. The exhaust system helps remove toxic gases, reduce the noise, and cool the hot gases coming from a running engine. Fumes from a leaky exhaust system can cause death in a very short time. They can also make you drowsy while driving. Question 17. Which of the following lights indicates that you should slow down and proceed with caution at an intersection? A. A flashing yellow light. B. A flashing red light. C. A solid yellow light. D. A solid red light. The answer is A. A flashing yellow traffic light at an intersection indicates that drivers must slow down, proceed with caution, and be prepared to stop. Question 18. You may be required to attend a driver improvement clinic if you accumulate how many points against your license? A. 7. B. 3 points. C. 1 point. D. 12 points. The answer is A. If you accumulate 7 points against your license, you may be required to attend a driver improvement clinic. Completing the clinic will remove 3 points from your driving record. Question 19. You are involved in an accident and another person is injured. You should A. Move the injured away from the scene immediately. B. Always leave the injured where they are. C. Not move the injured unnecessarily. Keep the injured warm and administer first aid. D. Stay away from the injured. The answer is C. After an accident, do not move the injured unnecessarily. Unskilled handling can make serious injuries out of minor ones. Keep the injured warm until skilled help arrives. If there is severe bleeding, attempt to stop the flow of blood with direct pressure. Question 20. While traveling on a multi-lane roadway with traffic moving in opposite directions, how should drivers use the shared center lane? A. To pass other vehicles. B. To slow down or stop before turning left. C. As a through traffic lane when traffic is moving too slowly. D. As a parking lane. The answer is B. The only time a vehicle should enter the center lane is at a point where the vehicle will have time to slow down or stop in order to make a safe left turn maneuver. The center lane should never be used as a passing lane or as a through traffic lane. Question 21. When passing an emergency vehicle stopped on the side of the road, drivers should A. Increase their speed. B. Vacate the lane closest to the emergency vehicle or slow down. C. Ask the emergency worker if they need help. D. Move to the lane closest to the stationary vehicle. The answer is B. If you are driving past an emergency vehicle parked on the side of the road, you must vacate the lane closest to the stationary emergency vehicle. If you cannot move over safely, you must slow down. Question 22. If your turn signals fail, which of the following should you use to indicate that you are turning? A. Your horn. B. Your headlights. C. Hand signals. D. Your emergency flashers. The answer is C. If your vehicle's turn signals do not work, you should use hand signals to indicate when you intend to change direction. Question 23. A vehicle must pass a safety inspection A. Twice a year. B. Once a year. C. Every 6 months. D. Every 6 weeks. The answer is B. Before you can renew your vehicle's registration, it must pass an annual safety inspection. This inspection must occur within 90 days of when you are renewing the vehicle. In several North Carolina counties, an emission inspection is also required. Question 24. The most important thing to remember about speed management and curves is that you must A. Drive at the posted speed limit as you enter the curve, then slow down at the sharpest part of the curve. B. Slow down before you enter the curve. C. Accelerate gently before you enter the curve. D. Drive at the posted speed limit before, throughout, and after the curve. The answer is B. The most important thing to remember about driving into curves is that your vehicle's inertia may make it difficult to turn. To maintain control, it is essential that you slow down before entering the curve. Question 25. To drive safely at night, you should A. Increase your following distance. B. Not drive if you are tired. C. Make sure your headlights are working properly. D. All of the above. The answer is D. At night, visibility is reduced. Take steps to make driving in the dark more safe for you and the other drivers on the road. Question 26. Before changing lanes, you should A. Check behind you and look in your side mirrors. B. Check your side mirrors and look over your shoulder toward the rear. C. Check your speed and look over your shoulder toward the rear. D. Check your rear view and side mirrors. The answer is B. Before changing lanes, you should check your mirrors and then check your blind spot by looking over your shoulder toward the rear. Question 27. Which of the following statements about parking is false? A. When parking on a downhill grade, turn your wheels toward the curb. B. In an emergency, it is legal to park on the shoulder of the road as far away from traffic as possible. C. It is illegal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. D. It is illegal to park on the traveled portion of a highway. The answer is C. In North Carolina, it is illegal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 28. What is the correct hand signal for indicating a right turn? A. Hand and arm extended backward, forefinger pointing backward. B. Hand and arm extended downward, palm facing backward. C. Hand and arm extended outward, forefinger pointing leftward. D. Hand and arm extended upward, palm facing forward. The answer is D. The correct hand signal for making a right turn is the hand and arm extended upward with the palm facing forward. Be sure to make your intentions known to other drivers. Continue signaling until you are ready to make the actual turn. Question 29. Things that can distract you from driving include A. Checking your mirrors. B. Checking the traffic behind you frequently. C. Checking your blind spots. D. Text messaging or talking on the phone. The answer is D. Anything that draws your attention away from the road can distract you. Some examples of distractions while driving are text messaging, talking on the phone, dealing with children, and lighting a cigarette. Question 30. When driving in rural areas, you must pay more attention to A. Sunrises and sunsets. B. Acceleration lanes. C. Steep hills. D. Unmarked railroad crossings and hidden intersections. The answer is D. In rural or country areas, there are a number of special situations that will require your attention. You may encounter unmarked railroad crossings or hidden intersections. Question 31. Where there are two or more lanes of traffic in each direction, broken white lines are used A. To indicate the left edge of the roadway. B. To divide each side of the highway into separate lanes of traffic traveling in opposite directions. C. To divide each side of the highway into separate lanes of traffic traveling in the same direction. D. To indicate the right edge of the roadway. The answer is C. When there are two or more lanes of traffic in each direction, broken white lines are used to divide each side of the roadway into separate lanes of traffic traveling in the same direction. You may cross a broken line to pass or change lanes if it is safe to do so. Question 32. If your chemical test shows that your blood alcohol concentration, or BAC, is 0.08% or above, your driver's license will be immediately revoked for at least how many days? A. 90 days. B. 60 days. C. 30 days. D. 120 days. The answer is C. If your chemical test shows that your blood alcohol concentration, BAC, is 0.08% or above, your driver's license will be immediately revoked for at least 30 days. Note that if you refuse to submit to the chemical test, your driver's license will be immediately revoked for at least 30 days. Question 33. If your driver's license is revoked because you refused to submit to chemical testing for drug or alcohol, you may be eligible for limited driving privileges after how much of the revocation period has elapsed? A. 9 months. B. 6 months. C. 120 days. D. 30 days. The answer is B. If your driver's license is revoked because you refused to submit to chemical testing for drugs or alcohol, you may be eligible for limited driving privileges after 6 months of the revocation period has elapsed. To be eligible, you must not have hurt anyone or had a child under 16 years of age in your vehicle at the time of the refusal, and you must undergo a substance abuse assessment. Question 34. According to the North Carolina Driver's Handbook, your chances of being involved in an accident will increase once your blood alcohol concentration, BAC, reaches A. 0.02%, B. 0.10%, C, 0.8%, D, 0.05%. The answer is D. If your BAC is 0.05% or more, your chances of a traffic accident will increase. At 0.05%, your coordination is reduced, your ability to track moving objects is reduced, your ability to steer is impaired, and your reaction time increases. Note that 0.05% is below the legal limit for driving while impaired. Question 35. What should you do if you feel drowsy before you drive? A. Drink coffee. B. Exercise. C. Listen to music. D. Sleep. The answer is D. Stimulants, exercise, and music can help keep you awake, but the best remedy for drowsiness is sleep. If you're getting 9 hours of sleep and still feel tired, consult a physician. Question 36. Which drugs can affect your ability to safely operate a vehicle? A. Illegal drugs. B. Over-the-counter drugs. C. Prescription drugs. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Prescription drugs, illegal drugs, and over-the-counter drugs can all affect your ability to safely drive a vehicle. Question 37. How can fatigue affect your driving? A. Decreased awareness. B. Slower reaction times. C. Impaired judgment. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Fatigue can affect your driving by impairing your judgment, slowing your reaction times, and decreasing your awareness of your surroundings. Question 38. When a driver's blood alcohol concentration, or BAC, rises, which of the following happens? A. The drinker's brain is increasingly affected by the alcohol. B. Coordination and muscle control are affected by the alcohol. C. Self-control and judgment are the first processes affected. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Once you drink alcohol, it enters your bloodstream and starts affecting all of your bodily processes, such as coordination, self-control, and reaction time. The only cure to alcohol's effect on your brain is to wait until it exits your bloodstream. Question 39. If you accumulate 7 points, which of the following may happen? A. You may be required to file proof of financial responsibility. B. You may be required to attend a driver improvement clinic. C. Your license may be suspended. D. All of the above may happen. The answer is B. If you accumulate 7 points, you may be required to attend a driver improvement clinic. If you complete the clinic successfully, 3 points will be deducted from your driving record. Question 40. If you are convicted of tailgating, how many points will be added to your driving record? A. 5 points. B. 3 points. C. 4 points. D. 6 points. The answer is C. If you are convicted of following too closely, 4 points will be added to your driving record. However, repeated tailgating combined with speeding is considered a form of aggressive driving. Conviction will earn you 5 points in addition to criminal penalties. Question 41. If a driver under 18 years of age is convicted of a second moving violation within a year, his or her provisional license may be suspended for A. 15 days, B. 60 days, C. 90 days. D. 30 days. The answer is D. If a driver under 18 years of age is convicted of a second moving violation within a 12-month period, his or her provisional license may be suspended for 30 days. Question 42. Your first license suspension for excessive points will last A. 90 days, B. 60 days, C. 30 days, D. 120 days. The answer is B. Your first suspension for excessive points will last 60 days. Question 43. If you are convicted of drag racing on North Carolina's public roads, your driver's license will be suspended for how many years? A. 2 years, B. 1 year, C. 3 years, D. 4 years. The answer is C. If you are charged with prearranged racing, your vehicle will be immediately seized. If you are convicted, your driver's license will be suspended for 3 years and your vehicle will be sold at auction. You will also face criminal penalties, including up to 45 days in jail. Question 44. If you are convicted of passing where signs or pavement markings prohibit it, how many points will be added to your driving record? A. 4 points, B. 6 points, C. 5 points, D. 3 points. The answer is A. If you are convicted of passing illegally, 4 points will be added to your driving record. Some examples of illegal passing are passing at an intersection or a railroad crossing, and passing where signs or road markings prohibit it. Question 45. If you are convicted of speeding in a school zone, how many points will be added to your driving record? A. 4 points, B. 3 points, C. 5 points, D. 2 points. The answer is B. If you are convicted of speeding in a school zone or speeding at over 55 miles per hour, 3 points will be added to your driving record. Question 46. On a 4-lane divided roadway or a one-way road, a solid yellow line usually marks A. The center of the roadway, B. The end of the roadway, C. The right edge of the pavement, D. The left edge of the pavement. The answer is D. On a 4-lane divided roadway or a one-way road, a solid yellow line usually marks the left edge of the pavement. Question 47. If you are convicted of driving while impaired for the second time in 3 years, your driver's license will be revoked for how many years? A. 2 years, B. 4 years, C. 5 years, D. 3 years. The answer is B. If you are convicted of driving while impaired for the second time in 3 years, your license will be revoked for 4 years. You will face a mandatory jail sentence and possibly a stiff fine. Finally, you may be required to install an ignition interlock device on every vehicle you operate. Question 48. In which of the following situations are you not allowed to pass another vehicle on the right? A. On a one-way street where all lanes of traffic are moving in your direction. B. When you're in a left turn lane. C. When the other vehicle is in a left turn lane. D. On a highway with at least 2 lanes traveling in each direction. The answer is B. The passing lane must always be clear. There are only a few situations where you may pass a vehicle on the right. You may pass a vehicle on the right when it is in a left turn lane. You may also pass a vehicle on the right when there are 2 or more lanes going in the same direction as the vehicle. You may not pass another vehicle on the right if you are in a left turn lane. A left turn lane is only for making left turns and U-turns where permitted. Question 49. Hydroplaning can start at speeds as low as A. 45 miles per hour, B. 30 miles per hour, C. 40 miles per hour, D. 50 miles per hour. The answer is B. Hydroplaning occurs when a thin sheet of water gets between the road surface and a vehicle's tires, causing them to lose contact with the road. The vehicle then begins a skidding movement across the road. Hydroplaning can start at speeds as low as 30 miles per hour and in water that is little more than 1/8 inch deep. Question 50. You can legally drive in the extreme left lane of a multi-lane highway when you are A. Turning left, B. Avoiding an obstruction, C. Passing another vehicle, D. Doing any of the above. The answer is D. Normally, you should keep right. Driving in the extreme left lane is legal only in some cases, such as on one-way streets while passing. To avoid a hazard or obstruction, you may need to change lanes. Question 51. Which of the statements is true? A. Airbags are meant to protect seatbelts. B. Airbags are meant to replace seatbelts. C. Airbags are meant to fix seatbelts. D. Airbags are meant to work with seatbelts. The answer is D. The purpose of airbags is to work together with seatbelts, not to replace or fix them. When used in combination, seatbelts and airbags help maximize the safety of vehicle occupants during an accident. Question 52. A vehicle is stopped at a crosswalk to allow a pedestrian to cross the roadway. The driver of the vehicle approaching from the rear should A. Overtake and pass the stopped vehicle. B. Not overtake and pass the stopped vehicle. C. Sound the horn. D. None of the above. The answer is B. The driver should not overtake and pass the stopped vehicle at a crosswalk to ensure pedestrian safety. Question 53. At dusk or on overcast days, you should A. Drive using your four-way flashers. B. Drive using your parking lights. C. Not turn on any vehicle lights. D. Turn on your headlights. The answer is D. At dusk or on overcast days, you must turn on your headlights. Dim your lights to their low beam setting within 1,000 feet of an approaching vehicle and within 500 feet of a vehicle that you are following. When driving in poor weather, always use your low beams. Question 54. You are borrowing an unfamiliar vehicle from a friend. You should A. Not put too much thought into it because all vehicles are the same. B. Hide from your friend that you are unfamiliar with the vehicle. C. Disregard any obvious defects to avoid embarrassing your friend. D. Take a few minutes before driving to familiarize yourself with the operation and location of all the vehicle's equipment. The answer is D. When driving an unfamiliar vehicle, take a few minutes before driving to familiarize yourself with the location and operation of the turn signals, hazard warning signals, headlights and beam selector, windshield wipers and washers, brakes, gear selectors, and horn. Any defects should be corrected before the vehicle is driven. Question 55. When driving in fog, you should A. Use your parking lights. B. Use your low beams. C. Use your high beams. D. It makes no difference which lights you use. The answer is B. You should use your low beam headlights when driving in fog, rain, or snow. Question 56. Before entering a roundabout, you must slow down and yield to A. Vehicles in the roundabout. B. Bicyclist in the roundabout. C. Pedestrians in the roundabout. D. All of the above. The answer is D. When entering a roundabout, you must yield to pedestrians, bicyclists, and vehicles that are already in the roundabout. Question 57. What should you do if your accelerator sticks while you are driving? A. Reach down and attempt to pull it up. B. Shift into park. C. Shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake. D. Turn off the engine. The answer is C. If your accelerator sticks while you are driving, keep your eyes on the road, quickly shift the vehicle into neutral, and apply steady pressure on the brake pedal. Pull off the road when it is safe to do so, and turn off the engine. Question 58. You are driving on the roadway and you hear a siren behind you. You should A. Stop where you are. B. Pull over to the right and stop. C. Speed up to get out of the way. D. Slow down. The answer is B. When you hear the siren or see the flashing lights of an emergency vehicle coming from behind your vehicle, you must create a clear path for the emergency vehicle and stop, reduce your speed, and safely pull over to the side of the road. If the emergency vehicle is directly behind your vehicle when you are in heavy traffic, keep moving slowly until you can get out of its way. Question 59. When making a right turn on a green light, you must A. Maintain your normal driving speed. B. Stop and look for nearby police cars. C. Yield to pedestrians. D. Increase your normal driving speed. The answer is C. Unless a posted sign prohibits it, you may turn right or left at a steady green light. While turning, you must yield to other vehicles and pedestrians within the intersection. Question 60. What is the most common cause of traffic crashes? A. New drivers. B. Human error. C. Bad weather. D. Bad roads. The answer is B. Crashes often occur when one driver does not see another driver's vehicle or when a driver does something unexpected. Communicate with other drivers on the road to help prevent traffic crashes.
We hope you found our 2023 North Carolina DMV practice test useful. If you did, remember to smash that like button. And if you're looking for more practice tests, check out these other videos and subscribe to our channel to see the latest tests.